Welcome to your weekly Open the Door to Tai Chi lesson. You know, we're all trying to improve our form. We're all trying to improve in our Tai Chi and get more of the benefits of Tai Chi. You know, it doesn't matter if you've been doing Tai Chi for 2 months or if you've been doing it for 20 years. You can still work on improving your form. And, you know, we've just been talking about applying the principles to the 40 form. And obviously, the principles in any form are what drive the benefits of Tai Chi. It's not just doing slow movements, right? You have to understand being rooted and grounded. You have to understand being open and loose, letting that energy flow. You have to understand keeping your shoulders in harmony with your hips and letting the lower body and the upper body follow one another. This is all part of improving your Tai Chi. So I thought we would start a series now, taking the 24 form and taking it in little bites, little chunks, just like a musician does in looking at a single measure or maybe a few measures that make up a phrase within the piece of music, right? We're going to take the smallest bites that we can in the 24 form so that we understand what's going on in that bite. How can I improve just that small little piece? So today, we're going to open the form and we're going to go through part the wild horse's mane. So you can see there's not a lot that we're going to be working on, but that's the point, is I want you not to be worried so much about what's coming next, the sequence, but I want you to really dig deep into this small little measure that we're going to be looking at. So let's think about the very beginning of the form. I want you to stand nice and tall. Now take inventory. Feel your feet. Feel that tripod, underneath your big toe, underneath your little toe, and your heel. Feel the ground. And then let your knees be nice and soft. Think about hips and shoulders being in alignment, as if your body, you're suspended from the crown of your head. Let your shoulders relax away from your earlobes. You're preparing to do your Tai Chi. I want your body to be in the most relaxed position. Think about being open and loose, taking a nice deep breath in. Think about that breath flowing through your body. Breathe it out and let your body just sink just a little bit. Now bringing your weight over to the right so that you can open left. Then letting your body come over to the left and then feel that centering. Feel your feet again. Your weight is 50-50 at this point. It's the last time it's going to be 50-50 until the end of the form. Again, take inventory. Your shoulders are relaxed. They're in harmony with your hips. Your knees are slightly bent. You can feel maybe a small egg underneath your armpits so that you're open. You're not tight down like this. Your head is relaxed. Now let's do preparation. And we're going to do preparation a few times as we bring it up and bring it down. What are we doing with preparation? Think about feeling that energy coming up through the body from the ground. Think about the breath filling every cell. Keeping those shoulders relaxed, even though we're bringing the arms up. Think about delicate lady's wrist. Think about that energy flowing up from your feet, through the legs, through the dantian, remember, and finally expressed through the hands. Now let's slow it down just a little bit. Try to control your breath to match your movement. Remember, in preparation, you're preparing to do your form, to be in the moment. And now, before we do our part the wild horse's mane, what do we have to do? We have to hold the ball, bringing our weight over to that right, thinking about your substantial and insubstantial. Now, I know we don't do this in the form, but just hold the ball side to side for a second, thinking about what is this transition movement? What are you doing? Gathering energy before you release it in your part the wild horse's mane. Taking a nice deep breath in. Keeping your body relaxed, open. Good. Now turning, breathing in, gathering that energy, and then releasing that energy into part the wild horse's mane. Let's just do that. Hold the ball and think about relaxing as you open up. Let that rotation happen with your part the wild horse's mane. Good, and then if you move on to the second part the wild horse's mane, think this is your gather. Don't rush this movement. Feeling that substantial and insubstantial. Using your rotation. Rocking back. Don't rush that movement. Part the wild horse's mane. So just in that one little measure, we can spend 10, 15 minutes of practice and seeing if we can improve that very beginning of the form, understanding what's going on. It will improve your benefits much more than just, I know this part, this is the easy part, I can do this part, right? Let's try the beginning one more time. Taking a nice deep breath in. Remember, thinking about your feet. Letting your body be open and loose, suspended and yet rooted and grounded. Breathing out. Feeling that weight shift. Centering yourself. Feel that centeredness. Preparation. Let your body relax. Let that energy flow. Now think about gathering. Breathing in deeply. Rotating into your part the wild horse's mane. Again, gathering that energy. Part the wild horse's mane. One more. Part the wild horse's mane. So as you practice just that measure, If you feel something go a little bit wonky, like on my second part, Wild Horse's Mane there, I lost my rooted and grounded, and I fell a little bit into my right side instead of choosing to step. I can work on that. I can go back to the beginning until I get that feeling of distinguishing substantial and insubstantial so well, being rooted and grounded so well that it flows much more naturally, allowing me to relax. Remember when we fall a little bit, right? That tenses up our body. So learn from your mistakes. That's why we're taking these little snippets and savoring the bite. And next week, we'll move on to white crane spreads its wings and brush knee.